You guys asked for it. I'm going to bring it to you. XDC up nearly 200% in the year so far. Absolutely skyrocketed in the last couple of days. But what is it all about? Why are people buying so much of it? And how much higher is this thing going to go? Well, we're going to break it all down for you. If you want to stay up to date with the latest in cryptocurrency, though, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's take a look at XDC. So the XDC network is ultimately a layer 1 EVM blockchain. But look at this, some of these stats. Here we go, 195% up on the year. All-time high, just for reference, 18 cents. Currently trading at the 8 cents mark. So there is a ton to go still with XDC. It's been out quite some time, but really recently found out and has found some real movement. ISO 20.0022 is XDC as well. So this is why people are buying into it. But fundamentally, it's all about this blockchain, a low-cost, fast, reliable blockchain built for everyone. So this kind of falls into the same category as something like Casper, something like Aptos, all of those kind of layer ones that we've seen come out. What's different about XDC though is its EVM compatibility. What is that? The Ethereum Virtual Machine. It says the XDC network is an enterprise-grade open-source blockchain protocol, an EVM-compatible chain with enforceable smart contracts, uniquely suited to revolutionize, decentralize, and liquefy the trade finance industry through tokenization of real-world assets and financial instruments. And what's even more interesting when you talk about XDC is the fact of who it's linked in with, what it's building, and fundamentally the people that are using it right now. And there is daily updates in terms of what it's doing, how it's building out. You can see some of the partners here that are building out, and equally this continues to build and they continue to find new ways of integrating XDC as the kind of price continues to move. We'll take a look at the tokenized chart in just a second, but what fundamentally is going on? Well, we see a massive rise up in BTC, and it says the latest losses in cryptocurrency market come amidst a series of developments. MicroStrategy owns 0.7% of the Bitcoin supply, sharing its plan to raise as much as 750 million through share sales, and the company intends to reinvest the proceeds to more Bitcoin and add a stash of over 4.5 billion. So we see big companies coming back in. Equally, fintech ratings downgraded the US, which therefore means people have pushed into slightly more speculative plays. But equally, a ballooning fiscal deficit and erosion of governance have caused severe debt, limiting emergencies over the decades. So people trying to kind of pick and choose ultimately what we've got. We also have those Bitcoin ETFs we're expecting from huge financial institutions, of which they are wanting to get back in. And equally, Gary Gensler moving into an AI-focused role, of which they're going to be starting to crack down on there. All of that chucked in does mean that we see an XDC token rally, and it's rallied quite significantly. And what we see is a token supply of about 100 billion. And we out of that, 25% reserved for the founders and the core team. We have 32.5% allocated to incentives, 50% designated to the ecosystem, 10 for pre-placement and subsequent token offerings, and 10 for hedge pools, 5 for philanthropic activities, which you kind of like. And ultimately then we've got some contingency fund built into there. So this is kind of where it talks about XDC really making some moves. We can see that it's facilitated a global and domestic trade by providing liquidity to the financial industry. And I mean, any cryptocurrency linking into the financial industry can only be a good thing. Formerly known as XFIN, and it is a delegated proof of stake consensus. The network's hybrid architecture allows to combine public and private blockchain features with a cross-chain smart contract. And the cross-chain transactions enable it to support institutional use in trade finance and tokenization. So people and institutions can ultimately tokenize what they are offering and allow people a smaller risk while at the same time ensuring they get the benefits of having it. It says in turn, we see 5.97 million locked up into the TVL protocol, which we know is linked to XDC as well. And ultimately, Trade Trust aims to simplify cross-border trade by enabling interoperability and traceability, all of which links perfectly back into the XDC trade network. And that's the bit why people are starting to get super excited about XDC, is because of what it is unlocking the doors to, and fundamentally the use case behind it. We talked about XRP being used for that cross-border payments. This is absolutely doing the same thing in a trade world. So this is about goods, this is about services being used cross-border, and I think this is where it becomes very exciting indeed. Taking a look at the price, here we are on the daily chart. You can see the absolute skyrocket up another 15% today. Could be breaking the nines. Again, remember that 18 cents high ceiling it's got, but absolutely sending it right now in terms of price. RSI is massively over bought. So if you are looking to get into XDC, there could be an opportunity. Likewise, if we'd have said that yesterday, it continues to move. So be mindful of how you trade this. Be mindful if you're going to try and pick some up. But right now, XDC is absolutely flying, and this could be one of those big ISO coins that really make some moves, along with XLM, XRP, as well as a few others. So if you're bullish on XDC, you want to see a bit more content on the channel, be sure to smash the like button. That's how I know you enjoy this sort of content. And as ever, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.